Sego sewe gwego, sego gwenyo syungyat, swaks klevige, datu shwigan lono, ani bojo, Joe Indijnakash, makwadodum, ni credit na dojaba. Hello everyone, my name is Joe Martin. I come from 6 nations of the Grand River in Mississauga of the Credit First Nation. I was asked today by the Ontario Sports Wellness Circle and the Good Games to provide a Thanksgiving address. In the Mohawk language, we call it the Ahondo Galiwadekwa. It means the words before all else. We like to bring our minds together as one and give thanks for all of creation. We work from the bottom up, and we also like to just acknowledge that we're thankful for another day. So I'm going to do a quick Thanksgiving address in the Mohawk language, followed by a translation for our friends. So if you can take your hats off, they'd be appreciated. Swatahon siyo, skutni galiwasa, swaksanguhan, niwahi de tino walada ne sungwaya diso, niwahi de tino walada ne gwego jit no hodo, duwale la sanya ne jihun jade, jujulento de tino walada ne ungway sua, hitani don geni ungwat nigula, de tino walada ne ketni staha ohun jade, hitani don geni ungwat nigula, de tino walada ne ganega lunyo, hitani don geni ungwat nigula, de tino walada ne gunjok sua, hitani don geni ungwat nigula, de tino walada ne ojinoa sua, hitani don geni ungwat nigula, de tin la ne onunkwa sua itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gakwa sua itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gahik sua itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gahide sua da no ogule sua itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gundilio itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne jita ongua sua itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne ketni staha asantaneka galakwa itani don geni ongwa nigula de chidinu la ne sungwa jio and jege galakwa itani don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne ladiwela se tini don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne oji stokolonia ne jigalonyage tini don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gaeli ni oliwelage hitini don geni ongwa nigula de tin la ne gwego ni ongwedege itini don geni ongwa nigula de chidinu la ne sungwaya disa ne se ogatu ni oya azi uni salade itini don geni ongwa nigula one ito se gwego doga tino get nigula izine sokudaga da na isla suyoge da na one ito nyawa. Thank you. Everyone listen up for a short while. It's important that we give thanks to the Creator, and it's important that we give thanks to everything that was provided on earth for us, all of the gifts of the earth. First, we give thanks to all the people of the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to our mother, the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the waters on the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to the fish life in those waters. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the small bug life on earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the medicines of the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the food sources on earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the fruit sources on earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the trees and to all the whips on earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the animals on the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the birds on the earth. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to our grandmother, the moon. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to our eldest brother, the sun. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to our grandfathers, the thunder beings. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to the stars in the sky. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to the 4 winds in the 4 directions. Now it's put into our mind. We give thanks to all the protectors of the earth. Now it's put into our mind. And we give thanks to the Creator that we all got to see another new day. Now it's put into our mind. That's it, everyone. That's the best that I can do. If there's anything I forgot to give thanks for, you yourself fix it and give thanks for it. And we wish everyone peace and health and good luck. And that's it. Thank you. Nyawa. So again, that was called the Ahondo Galiwadekwa, the words before all else in Mohawk. In Cayuga, we say Ganyohinyo. We do it in the morning when we wake up to greet the sun. We also do it before we go to sleep. We also do it at all of our local gatherings, our communal gatherings, and our ceremonies. We like to give thanks and acknowledge the Creator and all of creation before we begin. And so we wanted to do that today to share some of our language and some of our culture. So I'm going to turn the mic back over to Danielle, and she's going to have the first demonstration. Yawa.
Thank you, Joe. I just wanted to share a little bit more information about that. When we get together as Indigenous people and we want to share information, we want to share teachings or culture, this is what we say so that we come together as one mind. And it's respected just like we would respect your O Canada when it's sung. So just if you ever hear it being played or somebody speaking it at an event, that's just the respect that we give. If everybody wants Indigenous people to respect O Canada, when we have our Thanksgiving address, we just appreciate the same respect back. Yeah. So our first demonstration today is going to be on lacrosse. We have Daniel Henhook. Sorry, I know him by Bo. We have Daniel Henhook. He's going to give a little history of the lacrosse stick. They're going to have a little game, and when they're done, they'll invite you into play.
Hello, I'm Daniel Bo Henhook. I'm from Six Nations. I played lacrosse my whole life. Started when I was 3 years old, playing with a wooden stick all the way from 3 years old up to 25 or whatever I quit playing. I coach now. I've always been with a wooden stick, a big wooden stick enthusiast. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself. Okay, so my name is Daniel Henhook. I'm from Six Nations. I make wooden lacrosse sticks. I play with wooden lacrosse sticks. I coach. The sticks are a big part of who I am. I've always played with one. Every chance I get, everywhere I play, I try to use a wooden stick, other than when the rules tell me I can't. So the stick has been passed down ever since we can remember. It's a wooden ball. It's a wooden stick game. So it's a stick and ball game, we call it. Everybody has their own version of a stick and ball game. This is our kind of version. It's our stick, as it comes from our ancestors, our history. It's been passed down since I can remember. I've always been interested in the game. I've played. Ever since I was 8 years old, when I first tried to make my own wooden lacrosse stick, I've always been really involved with them. I tried to make them since I was 8. I failed miserably at that age. I started up again when I was 12, 13. I've been making them ever since. The stages over here, if you want to come check them out after a little while, I got some big ones, some replicas of sticks we would have used 100 years ago, 150 years ago, and then some modern sticks that I just finished last night. And then we have some plastic sticks over here that we can play with. We'll get a little game going for anybody that wants to participate. We'll throw the ball around, teach some skills, and just have a fun time, because lacrosse is about having fun. It's a hard sport to play. It's very physically demanding. You got to be able to run and pass and catch and pick up the ball and be able to get hit. It's very rough, but it's safe. It's still safe. It's one of the least injury sports. You get hurt more from running in lacrosse than you do from getting hit most of the time. So we've been playing lacrosse for hundreds of years, and we always use a wooden stick. The plastic ones that you see in the middle here, they just came into play 30, 40 years ago. But they take it over, they're mass produced, which is good for getting the sport out there. But wooden lacrosse sticks, they'll teach you about the actual skills. They'll give you a whole different skill set that you need to be able to play the game. So I have my brother here. This is one of my brothers, Leon Henhook. He plays too. He's always used a wooden stick. And it's good demonstration of the different kinds of ways you can pick up the ball. So Shaq, or Leon, you want to show us how to pick up the ball the proper way? So it's not a shovel. We don't shovel the ball. We don't try to pick up the ground. We snap it up. It's known as the Indian pickup. Well, I just call it the proper way to pick up the ball. When you play lacrosse, if you're shoveling the ball up, somebody's coming down to slash your forearms. They're going to hit your forearms with their stick as you're coming up. So if you snap it, you can pull it back into you, and you'll be much safer and less likely to get your arms hit and to be able to drop the ball. There's different ways to pass with a wooden lacrosse stick too. You can kind of set it to your own personal settings, whereas the plastic stick, they're all the same. You can personalize those too, but you can't do it to the degree that you can do with a wooden stick. And same with the stick making process. During the process, I have people come pick out their sticks right after they're bent. So it's still just a big chunk of wood that they'll pick from, and then I'll finish it in whatever way that they desire. So some people like a big handle and a small head, or a big head and a small handle, or they just want a big stick or a little light stick. It depends what you're going to use it for, because there's all different uses. Some of them are work clubs, I like to call them. Those are the big ones that the big 6'5" defenders like to play with. And then there's some that are offensive sticks. They're real light. They'll snap in a second. They're just a twig. There's all kinds of different sticks. So the sticks are made out of shagbark hickory. They're all from southern Ontario, northern New York. We can make them out of shagbark hickory, smoothbark hickory. We make them out of ash. Those are kind of the two different tree types that we stick to. I like shagbark the most. It feels the strongest for me. I have smooth bark, but it just does not feel the same. It does not have the same strength that I find that I need to be able to keep playing with the stick. The sticks, they when you play with them, they are just wood. They do not last forever unless you take care of them, but they can. So as we play here, if anybody wants to come up and grab a stick and play catch, you're welcome to. Grab one. We'll play catch for a little while, kind of get our hands going, and then we'll get into a little game here. If you want to try a wooden stick too, there's some more up here. You're welcome to try those. Yeah, just come on up. And we'll get a little game going as we kind of talk here and go over the game. Well, lacrosse is played in the air and starts on the ground, right? The basic skills of lacrosse are being able to pick up the ball, pass, and catch. If you can pass, you can shoot. So that's kind of the same, they're basically the same steps. It's all overhand, it's all played in the air. The better you can pick it up, pass, and catch, the faster the game will be and the more exciting it gets. Okay. All right, if I can have everybody that has a stick, if you would like, we're going to play a little game. So remember what your stick like, we're going to throw sticks. So look at your stick, we're all going to put our sticks back in a pile, and Leon's going to separate them into two teams, and we're going to have one goalie, we're going to play halves. So we'll explain the game. So yeah, just remember what your stick look like, remember which one's yours, throw them in the middle, we'll separate them and get playing.
So do you ever talk about how women don't touch the women
Yeah, they play with them. Yeah. I'm not a big, they don't touch my stick kind of thing. But if you want to do that, you got to make your own stick. So more people, guys that say that, they don't even make their own stick. So. Okay, so we're going to start with face-off. We need one ball. So what's going to happen here is there's two teams, right? And we got to remember who's on your team. We don't have jerseys. And I ask that nobody does any hard checking, no stick checking. Okay, just kind of stay in front of them. We don't want any hands to be hurt. So what we're going to do is when you pick up the ball and you're going on offense, if you lose the ball, the team on the defense, you got to bring it back to the pylon and check it and come back, okay? So this is how we take a face-off. It starts on the ground. The sticks are back-to-back on the right side. So 3, 2, 1, go. That was early. So take it back and check it. Yeah, take it behind the cone. Yeah, remember who's on your team. Okay, now you can play in the offensive zone. Yeah, to the zone. So lacrosse, you want to find open grass. Try to get the open grass. That's the best way. So you don't want to be beside nobody. You got to find open grass. You want to get in the open. That's good. Fight for the ball. So got to scoop it up. Guys, just got to scoop it up. Somebody's got to get in there. Good. Get it out. Rip it out. Throw it in the open grass. Oh, yeah. Go do it. Try to move the ball around. Let's include everybody. Pass it around. Move the ball, pass it. There you go, check, you gotta pass it, throw it. There you go. And include everybody, try to pass the ball, move it around, let people pick it up. It's an inclusive game, everybody. We all try to do our best, play it together. Do we remember who's on whose team? Save. There you go, nice run. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Face off and last goal wins, guys. We'll do a face off and last goal wins so we can get on to the hoop dancing part. Let 2 new people try it. Let people that never tried it before take the face off. Yeah. Joe, can you set them up, please? Thank you. You got to be on the other side. You're on the right side. Yeah. Look like a hockey player. On your mark, you say go. Oh, that was early. Rip it out, rip it out, open grass. There you go. Move it now, move it. Keep moving it, pass the ball, move it around. There you go, good job, good job. Goalie ball, spread out. Defense, take off. Gotta take off. All right. There you go. Oh, he's going. Shoot, scores! Okay, awesome. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to play some more, we will be back by the fence. But for now, we're going to move on to the hoop dancing portion of the event.
Thank you, everybody. If everybody wants to leave the sticks over here, and the Hen Hawk family will scoop them up. Thank you, Bo and family. Thank you to the Hen Hawk family for the demonstration. Can everybody give a round of applause? We're now going to move over from song and dance. So if everybody wants to come, we have Adrian Harjo and his wife, Jen, and Victoria, and Melissa. So Adrian is Seminole from Oklahoma, and he's going to start off with a flute song for us. Then we're going to move into some Iroquois social dancing or Haudenosaunee smoke dancing. Let me pass the mic over to Adrian.
Check 1, 2. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adrian Harjo. I'm from the Kickapoo and Seminole Nations of Oklahoma. I've been happily married to a wonderful Mohawk young lady for around about 20 years. 25 to be exact, 25. Feels like 30. Anyways, we're going to get into some Haudenosaunee dancing. We've also brought a very talented young hoop dancer who's been on the up and coming in the powwow circuit, and she's going to be sharing her dancing story with you as well. I thought to bring up an interesting point before we got started about the stick game or the lacrosse game here that you guys just were playing. In my tribe of the Seminole, we have something very similar. It is called stickball, but except for we use 2 sticks when we play. And in the old days, before it really got a big, like, kind of commercial, what used to happen was we used to use this particular game to settle disputes, especially in between our particular nations. We were referred to as the 5 civilized tribes, right, down there? And so those tribes would all have disagreements every now and then, but instead of fighting amongst one another, what we did was we played this game called stickball, and we referred to it as the little brother war, because every time we went up against each other, it was like going up against your brothers. But instead of fighting and doing all of that stuff and warring against each other, we played this game, we settled disputes. Yes, it was a rough game. Yes, sometimes people died. But it was a way that was better than warring and ravaging against each other back in those days. This is how we settled our disputes. And there's even rumors that y'all got this game from us. There, I said it. Where the Haudenosaunee brothers at? Don't be negating that. Yes, but there are old stories about how the Haudenosaunee and the Muskogee people came across each other and exchanged. Now, who gave who what game? Who knows? But let's get into some Haudenosaunee dancing. Oh, flute. All right, yeah, I'm going to start with some flute music. And the flute that I'm using was given to me when I was about 14 years old. The flute essentially represents our feelings. We play through emotion. Music is first and foremost an emotional experience, so we play through emotion. So I'm going to play you a love song a long time ago that I used to snap that one up right there. Don't anybody...
Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Thank you very much. Alrighty, so we'd like to introduce at this time my lovely wife, Miss Jennifer Harjo. Give her a round of applause as she enters the dance arena. And being that in the way of the Haudenosaunee woman, they are essentially the bosses here. They run the nation. I don't know if the brothers explained that a little bit too, but for the Haudenosaunee nation in general, the women run the nation. They choose the chiefs, they make the decisions, the men are then there to carry them out. So I'm going to get some instructions today, and I'm going to consult my Haudenosaunee woman over there, and I'm going to ask her, what would you like to dance today? She says it's too hot. That's Kanye. All right. We'll give her an Kanye Gonna Say song. The song originates from the creation story where they say their deity, Sky Woman, fell to the earth and brought basically upon us Turtle Island. There's a whole long story about it that I won't get into because it is very long. But she fell from the sky, and she's the reason why we have North America. And they say that she formed North America on the back of a turtle. And as she did this, she used dirt that was brought up from the bottom of the ocean, and she spread it out on the back of the turtle, and she did this dance. As she danced, she shuffled her feet and spread the dirt out on the back of the turtle. Around and around she went until North America was formed this way. And if you get on Google Images or something like that, and you Google Turtle Island, you'll see why it is referred to that, and that it does in fact look like we are living on the back of a turtle. So we're going to get into one song for her. And this will be done by Rattle.
Okay, he wants to dance. He hey, hey, yo, in it, hi, yo, in it, hi, yo, in it, hi, yo,
How'd I do, Joe? Are you good? All right. I'm not actually Haudenosaunee, but it is also in their traditions as far as the Haudenosaunee people, or Ungwe as they would say. The men, when you marry into the tribe, the men take the ways of the women. So it is our duty to learn their religion, their ways, their songs, their dances. If you're going to be in the community, you must adhere to their ways. And so I've done that as much as I could over the past 20 years. And I've learned quite a few, and I really appreciate my teachers there, and even guys like my good friend over here, Joe Martin, who always willing to share that information. So you're going to smoke dance now, right? Okay, so it's time to get into the most popular dance that the Iroquois people have, and that is the smoke dance. Has anybody ever seen the smoke dance before? All right, 3 people, all right. Well, we're about to get into it. The smoke dance, I was told 2 different stories. I'll share them both real quick. The first one was that they believed that this dance came from the longhouses, and they said when the fires got really, really thick and cloudy in there, the young generation would go out there and they would do this smoke dance. And when they did this smoke dance, they would get their feet moving really, really incredibly fast, and they would cause an updraft, and all that smoke would start going up and out the smoke flaps of their longhouses, thus giving it its name, the smoke dance. All right. Now, that was a story I was told. Maybe it's because I'm an outsider, but after about a good 15 years living on the res, they finally shared the real story. And I was very surprised that this story reflects the story that we have for our men's fancy, which is almost very similar to this dance. It's a very fast, flashy dance. And it was really, really enjoyable by our young generations to do this dance. And so essentially, there came a need at a lot of these fairs and these demonstrations that they wanted to share something a little bit more flashier. And so the younger generation sped up some of the old war dance songs, and they started moving their feet really fast. And this was right around the late 70s, early 80s, I think, up in New York State. And they came up with this very fast and flashy dance for all of our non-native brothers and sisters. And she is one of the best. I'm a little biased, but she has brought home a couple championships. So we're going to let her show her style right about now. Yeah, I'm going to hand the mic over to you. All right, here we go. Let's start off with a big warm round of applause. This is Jennifer Harjo and our smoke dance. You gave up. You gave up. We don't get tired out here. Uh-oh. You know what? Normally, I wouldn't ask you, Joe, but you're wearing that ridiculous Bills medallion on there. You got any Bills fans out there? Boo, boo. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. I know, I heard that. I know. Oh, here we go. Taylor Swift this, Taylor Swift that. Let's bring Joe out. You want to dance with Joe? All right, we're going to bring Joe out. He's going to dance one, too. He's also a champion dancer. You see this fellow just about anywhere. I was walking around gathering of nations in Albuquerque one day, and this guy walks by me like, Joseph, what are you doing off your res? So we're going to give him one short song. I'm going to go a little bit faster on this one because Joe can handle it. And you got that blues thing. Big round of applause for Joseph Martin, even though he is a blues fan. We were never going to beat you like 111 times this year. This is the year. Yeah, this is the year. I got two words for you. Wide right. Hey, that. Warrior down. Warrior down. All right, it's time to get into some hoop dancing, and I brought a very special friend with me. She's over here. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Melissa Greenberg. Melissa is an up-and-coming champion hoop dancer. She also fancy child dancers coming to us from Aurelia. Melissa, what nation are you? Ojibwe? What is it? Lenape? Lenape, all right. I've never heard of them. She's going to be doing the hoop dance. The hoop dance comes to us from our brothers and sisters in the southwest of the United States, and in its original form, it was a healing dance. Now, eventually, many of the different 500 nations or so upon Turtle Island, aka North America, began to do this dance. They started to put different meanings with it. So as she weaves these hoops in and out, and here and there, you'll notice different designs, shapes contained within nature, birds, bees, butterflies, eagles, a cowboy maybe, an alligator. You'll see all of these shapes, and the idea is that they all come together at the end, and that ball of hoops should hold above her head, and that represents unity amongst all people, all living things, all nationalities, all friends, even at your office. Everybody gotta be friends. Everybody gotta be friends. So I hope you guys recognize some of these shapes and symbols. The reason we use hoops is because hoops represent our belief in life existing in a continuous cycle. The sun, the moon, the stars, even birds build their nests in that sacred circle. The wind goes in a giant circle. We call those tornadoes. We actually call them naders down where I'm from. We'll say the naders are out today. And then you've got also the seasons. They go in that cycle. So that's the reason why we use these hoops, and she's going to be weaving them out. If you guys see any shapes or symbols that you recognize, please feel free to shout them out or give her a round of applause and let her know you are enjoying the show. Let's start her off with a big warm round of applause. This is Melissa Greenberg, Hoop Dance. There's a butterfly. about a big round of applause? Oh, big round of applause. So once again, one of the reasons why we believe that dance represents unity is because she weaves all of these hoops representing what we believe each different person, a different nationality, even like I said, a different person in your office workspace. You guys all come together to form that unity. And unity, the most important thing to remember about that is unity takes everyone, folks. All of us have to come together, put our differences aside, actually celebrate our differences, and then move forward as a people. That's the way we see it. That's why I think this dance is so important to present, especially to all of our non-native brothers and sisters. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Okay. And in the spirit of unity, we would like to do a friendship dance. So I'm gonna have Joe. Joe's gonna help out. Joe's gonna help out. Joe's gonna come out. That's up to you guys. I'm gonna sing.
Your piece is going to be round dance, right?
I'll do it all.
Your piece is going to be round dance. However they want.
However they want to come out. So we're asking for volunteers at this moment if you'd like to come out and try one of our dances. It is a very easy dance to do. One of the main things you have to remember about it is that the drum beat and most of our songs represent the heartbeat of our nation. Our nation as a people. Remember, there's over 500 different tribes, what we say First Nations and Native American tribes, living upon Turtle Island, aka North America. And we all speak different languages, and we all have different connection stories, different medicines and rhythms, but we all come together in that circle, and we share that one similar beat that is very similar to our heartbeat. And so we're asking for participators to come on out, try it out, let's come on out. Joe doesn't bite that often. Joe's a nice guy. Joe's a nice guy. I wouldn't be scared to dance next to him. Yeah, athletes. We guys like to come on out and try it, and we're going to try to make a nice big circle. A nice big circle in case anybody else wants to join in the action. So, maybe, just out of, maybe do like a couple rounds and then just snake them around a little bit too. You know what I mean? Dodgeball. Oh my God, we're doing dodgeball. How do I not know about this? Dodgeball. You guys out there? Come and join our friendship circle. I'm going to give you guys a good song. And you guys are going to learn the basic step of dancing. So when we get started here, if you'd like to come out and join us. This is our friendship dance. Hey, Yes, thank you so much for dancing with us. Hope you have a good time. We are all close and personal friends. I'll be expecting at my Tom's birthday party for gifts. Gifts for you. Alrighty, so that concludes our portion here today. I'd like to say thank you to my dancers, Miss Jennifer and Jim, Miss Melissa Green, Mr. Joseph and Milton over here. Thank you to Glenn for contacting us today. This is one of the rare weekends we're not out powwowing. Normally, we're out somewhere in North America, and we're usually doing that every single weekend all throughout October. We decided to take this weekend off for some reason. So, thank you for having us here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you to Adrian and Ben and Melissa for sharing with us on this hot, hot day. We have a little bit more for you just today. We have Joe Martin coming back. He's going to give us a little history on the Haudenosaunee people, which some of you know are the Six Nations. Canada calls us the Iroquois. He's going to give us a little bit of history of the Haudenosaunee people. He also has one parent that is Anishinaabe from the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation, and both of those nations roam these lands together. So I'm going to pass it over to Joe, and then he's going to finish with a closing of the Nahanet.
Sego! Hello, everybody! You got some people still out there? How do we say hello in the Mohawk language? We say Sego. Can you say Sego? How do we say hello in Cayuga? We say Seno. Can you say Seno? Seno. And Tuscarora, they say Sweat or Sweat. Try your best. Sweat. Good job. And then the last one, Anishinaabe people, we like to say Ani. So that's how you say hello in the languages of the Six Nations and Anishinaabe people. Again, I was asked today to share a little bit of history about Six Nations. The Six Nations comprise of the Mohawk Nation, the Oneida Nation, the Onondaga Nation, the Cayuga Nation, the Seneca Nation, and the Tuscarora Nation. Together we formed a confederacy of native nations, and we call it the Haudenosaunee Confederacy or Iroquois Confederacy. We have a set of alliances and deals and treaties with the British Crown. We fought alongside the British during the French and Indian Wars, also in the American Revolution, and the War of 1812. So in those fights, we fought in those wars alongside Britain and Upper Canada. If it wasn't for the Six Nations in Britain, this would have been the United States of America. Southern Ontario would have been the United States of America. They did try to invade us in 1812, and alongside the Six Nations, alongside other Native allies, pushed them back to America. So I know everyone's kind of tired. You know, it's been a long couple days. I'm thankful that you're still here today. So a little bit more about the 6 nations of the Grand River. I have on top of me my Gastoa, otherwise known as my headdress. The 3 feathers on the top are my eagle feathers, and they represent which nation I'm from. So 3 feathers on the top represent the Mohawk Nation. 2 feathers up and 1 feather down, just like that, represents the Oneida Nation. 1 feather up and 1 feather down, just like that, represents the Onondaga Nation. 1 feather slanted straight down represents the Cayuga Nation. 1 feather straight up represents the Seneca Nation. And no feathers on top represent the Tuscarora Nation and other nations that we took in that came to us for protection or for peace. They have the bottom part, but they don't have the top eagle feathers to identify themselves. So again, they call us the people of the Longhouse, the Haudenosaunee, Haudenosaunee, and Mohawk. They call us that because we lived in longhouses before we went into single-bedroom homes. When we lived in our longhouses, we lived in our longhouses with our matrilineal family, meaning our moms, our aunties, our grandmas, everyone that belonged to that clan was from us matrilineally. Again, Adrian shared a little bit about our selection process, our government. Our clan mothers are the eldest women in each family. They have clan meetings with the other women, and they decide who our leadership's going to be. They pick the chiefs, and they hold meetings together, family meetings, clan meetings, and then the chief is just a spokesperson. He's just delivering the message that was, the decision that was made from the women and from the clan meeting. So that's a little bit about our government system, a little bit about where we're from. The main treaty that we have, or the main document we have, is called the Haldeman Deed. Again, we fought alongside the British in the War of in the American Revolution. And when we fought alongside the British in Canada ceded over 9 million acres of Mohawk land in the Treaty of Paris. They ceded the Mohawk land to the United States government, and in compensation, it was given to the Mohawk nations and such others of the 5 nations was the Haldeman Tract. And so that's 950,000 acres along the Grand River, which is just outside of, but Guelph is within the Nan-Fan Treaty. The Nan-Fan Treaty was our beaver hunting grounds, and we put it underneath the protection of the British Crown in the 1700s, about 1701. So I know everyone's kind of busy. That's a little bit of the history. I don't got a big crowd here. It's okay. I'm thankful for a little bit of history that I got to share with you today. In the Mohawk language, we say for thank you, we say nyawa. Can you say nyawa? Nyawa, yep. And then Anishinaabe and Cayuga, they say nyawe. Can you say nyawe? Nyawe, yep, nyawe, nyawe. And then in Anishinaabe, we say miigwech. Miigwech. So that's the different ways to say thank you in our language. How we say goodbye. In Mohawk, we say ona giwahi. We say ona giwahi. Just you, Chris. And then in Cayuga, we say ona gihya. Ona gihya. So you can hear a little bit of similarities. Ona giwahi and ona gihya. And then in Anishinaabe, we say bama pi. Bama pi. So that's in Mohawk, Cayuga, and Anishinaabe. So I'm going to end the day, end the event with the Thanksgiving address. We gave thanks and did an opening. Our people, when they do an opening and a Thanksgiving, will have a closing. So we're going to do a closing in the Mohawk language, and I'll provide a translation, and then that will be it for our day. Thank you again for having us. If you can take your hats off, I'd be appreciative. Now we'll go. So don't see us, when you go to Wessa, so say go, and you want to get a lot of the single pizza. You want to get a lot of the great Gina Hoda, but the way last Sunday, they do on Jade. You learn to get a lot of the Ungo Silla. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. They think a lot of the Petty Star on Jade. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. They think a lot of the Gamegaluna. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. They think a lot of the Gunjo Silla. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. They think a lot of the Okinawa Silla. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. They think a lot of the Ononko Silla. I think you don't get any on Guatemala. Petilane Gakwaso, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Gahitsa, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Gahidesa, Maugulesa, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Gumbilia, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Jita Angua, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Petnisa, Santaneka Galapa, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilu Ladine Sungwa, Jia, Jege Galapa, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Ladiola, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Oji Sokolonia, Jigalan Yaga, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Gaelina Liolga, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilane Gaga Nyong Breakbe, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua, Petilu Ladine Sungwa, Edisa, Nene So Gatini Oya Aze, Oni Salade, Ipinidong Ganyang Guanigua. Ona ito sa wala baga tena gani gawa hisine sa kubaga ba ay sa slobe dan ona ito. Wow, thank you.
Thank you, Joe. So that concludes our cultural demonstration for today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And I hope you learned something. And what we're doing is promoting our Masters Indigenous Games in Ottawa next year in August. If you have any inquiries or you want to know more about that, it's for Indigenous people all across the world. It's not just for Indigenous, not for First Nation, Métis, and Inuit people. It's for Indigenous people across the world. Now,